Welcome in, everybody, to episode 305. Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull is here as our guest. No, it's just Kevin Ward. Um, I'm probably going to look like Pitbull soon, though.
I am?
No, I am.
Oh.
Because I think I've made it one more mental leap into shaving my head. Yeah, I think I'm.
What? Tell me what the stages are. Because I mean, stage one has to be growing it out for some reason, because that's what you
did. trying to hide the spots by growing it out. Yeah, so that doesn't.
That is in fact counterintuitive.
Well, it's actually makes it worse until you get to a certain spot where you have like a shitload of hair. Then it's like, okay, now he's just got a bunch of hair. But there is a like significant amount of time where if I get past a certain length out to another certain length, it's like, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like the 5 stages of grief, or is there 7 stages? I don't know how many stages of grief there are.
I think it's 5.
Or the 12 stages of 12 steps.
5 stages of grief. It's the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, and the 12 steps of AA. It's probably somewhere in between all that, right? But I think we're at the penultimate.
Alopecia Anonymous.
Yeah, me and Jada Pinkett Smith. We're there together. Will's standing up for alopecia sufferers everywhere. Drake and I talked about that this morning on DHT, which actually happened on Wednesday because he was golfing yesterday during the normal time we record that. And he opened the podcast by calling Will Smith every name in the book.
Now, do you guys think it was real or scripted?
I think we're both leaning towards it was fake.
It might be, man. It might be. I'm not sure. I mean, if it was fake, I'm going to say Chris Rock's reaction was the most genuine reaction I think possible.
Like, pretty good, right?
If it's fake, that was incredible acting.
That was pretty damn good. I will say this: they both are actors.
Yeah,
it is what they do.
I mean, I've seen worse acting in actual movies, though.
That's true. Fake or real? I think I'm gonna just believe it's fake just because it's not that important and I want to be controversial. Could you imagine this? Chris Rock and Will Smith announce in like 6 months to a year a movie together that's been planned all along. You know how much hype that would get, and the publicity of just the extra pub that they would get just because of this stunt 6 months prior.
Yeah, that would be something.
The movie would do numbers, man.
You know what I saw actually is that Pfizer and BioNTech sponsored the event,
and they're coming out with an alopecia thing.
Coming out with an alopecia drug, yeah.
Dude, come on now. Come on. First of all, the people who like connect those dots, come on. What do we do?
Yeah, seriously, get a life.
do something other than that.
Going way too deep down the celebrity drama hole to find that shit out. But it is interesting once you find it out.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know. Interesting stuff. Did you hear that today is Iowa One Day?
And I did hear that from,
and that you can support the university with a donation. Did you know that?
I heard that from Drake. Actually, Drake was my source on that.
We're gonna out Drake here, but I've seen multiple ways. Honestly, the what would you call it? The initiative, whoever's behind this seems to have their shit together. Like they've got a lot of different kind of what do you call it? Pokers in the fire. I don't know. Coals in the fire. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say or what that analogy is, but they've got tons of ways that they're promoting this. I've gotten multiple emails about it. They've reached out clearly to some of the former more popular student athletes and had them do like a sponsored post for it. Like Ike and Gervais both did one. Oddly enough, they did not reach out to me or you.
Yeah, crazy. Couldn't have imagined.
Now, if they had their shit together, they would probably go to the people with the biggest podcast about Iowa in the world. I'm going to say. I don't know if there's anybody else that has more Iowa listeners with more Iowa alums than us. And they would have had us personally and the Washed Up Walk-Ons account do posts about this day to get donations. But also maybe they felt like the 17,000 that we donated was maybe enough, right?
Yeah. Maybe we just dropped a few too many F-bombs.
Or that.
For them to be associated.
They could.
I'm probably gonna go with that one.
You're gonna go with the latter there?
I'm gonna go with the latter there.
Do you think they don't appreciate our 17,000 because of that, or they just can't openly say that?
Oh no, they appreciate it. There's a bunch of horrible people who've donated a lot of money over the years. And
That's true.
Organization is accepting the money from said people. Never say a goddamn word.
Oh fuck no, man, dude! It's
Even
all about
more
money.
so when it comes out how bad a person they are. Do they give the money back? Hell no.
No. Dude, and I'll be honest.
If your money's green, man, they'll take it.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, if your money's green, Tyler Kluver will take it. Dude, I'll sell out to anybody. I'm not kidding. It would have to be like I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna go there. It would have to be a deep, dark fucking organization that like held over blackmail on me for me to not accept money, right? Like but I would accept money from basically anybody. And I'm currently accepting money from Ultimate Fan, the app, who's doing.
So what you're basically telling me is that there is information out there with which you can be blackmailed and that you will absolutely do it.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. If anybody wants to blackmail me into releasing all of the positive statements about Coach Doyle from 2 years ago, from all the African Americans that happened to be just left out of that Hush Blackwell report, I may be swayable into releasing those if you have enough money. Still have those on my phone. Anyway, I will not be donating to the university today because all of the money that we donate is sort of in one thing at the end of the year. But if you guys are out there and you want to donate to help an eventual or current student athlete, I believe is what that is for, go for it. Go for it. Drake got a text. So they're evidently, they're having people, they're deploying their, the people they're paying $6 an hour, and they also get like a muffin from the cafe in the Papa John's business building. They're telling people to text out to the alumni and ask, hey, would you like to donate? Drake said, what did he actually say? I'm going to read it word for word. Drake got a text from a kind fellow named, what's his name? Tony. Hi, Drake. This is Tony from the University of Iowa. Today is one day for Iowa. The University of Iowa's 24-hour online giving day. Would you like to see more students from your area come to the University of Iowa? ? And Kev, Tony didn't know what he was walking into.
Nah, Tony had no idea what he's walking.
Tony woke up today and thought, hey, man, I'm going to text a few alumni. Might get a couple no's. Hey, maybe get a couple yeses. Here's the guy himself, Drake, coming in right now. And Drake responds, no. Aside from Iowa athletics, that place sucks.
You pussy started without me, huh? And you're telling me my jokes?
Yeah. And poor Tony goes, no problem. Thanks, Drake. I hope you have a great day. And Drake responds, you too, man. Sorry you work for those liberal pussies. I'm fucking cramping.
What did I say wrong? What did I say that was wrong?
Oh,
This poor kid's just trying to do his job, raise a little money for the institution that he attends, and
Tony had a smoke break after that text conversation. He needed a fucking cigarette. Oh man. He probably did smile though. I think you probably made him laugh.
So what time did you guys start this podcast?
Oh, I don't know, 10 minutes ago.
And was this topic number 2
Yeah, the first one we started
after
with.
me not showing up being topic number 1?
No, we didn't even talk about you. You and I got to, kind of clown on the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. So Kevin and I talked a little bit about it for the main show.
Okay.
Yeah. Kevin also, I think I've got him leaning towards probably being fake.
yeah,
Makes sense.
I'm saying 60-40 fake.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I
I think
weigh
it's
in.
even higher than that fake, but that's just me.
Yeah, weigh in on the on that situation on Twitter. Give us your thoughts. And then we got to Iowa one day where they're asking us to donate back to student athletes. I mean, shit, I still got $6,000 on hold, hoping that Biden will cancel those loans, my guy. Them bitches been on hold, and I just keep pushing it back, hoping that something miraculous happens. Not really planning on it, but hey, that's my donation. That's my donation back to the U. Was paying my way. After that, maybe we'll think about it, right? After I get that
I'd
loan,
never even think about it.
maybe if I really feel generous down the road and I need some tax write-off.
If I need some tax write-off and I need to keep the government off my tail, keep an audit away from me.
Yeah, which sure. All right. We're gonna get into I know. I know. He's uncancelable. He can't be canceled. And the Discord loves it too. I mean, they love that shit. Speaking of the Discord, someone said that they emailed, which was this in the barracks? Someone said they emailed Greg Morris about script helmets. And he actually responded to him and said something about like budget. Is that what they said, Drake? I know you were in on that conversation.
Yeah, so somebody wanted alternate uniforms and they were asking for white helmets with script writing. And
like the
they sent the
basketball.
picture to Greg. And he was like, well, listen, unfortunately, it would be too expensive to get everybody new helmets. So maybe we can think about changing the decal to a script decal one time. I'll take that up with whoever, but, just not within the budget. And I was like, hey, Greg, that's a lie.
That is a lie because Greg simply doesn't have the power to make decision making on uniform choices. Like that's all that is. But also, like if they want to do a custom helmet, I mean that's what our Ohio State uniforms were. It was a 1-game use, and that was a custom helmet for everybody. So it's in the budget.
Used it one time, and then we got it at the end of the year.
It's in the fucking budget, right? That budget is fatter than shit. They spend $2 million a year on food. Okay. So it's in the budget, right? That was Greg's response. And in all respect, I love the idea. I think a script for the Iowa football team would be sick. If they could come up with a concept for that, that'd be a great idea.
Just like a little cursive Iowa.
Yeah. With
I think that looked clean.
Just a little, and maybe a few other like light touches that change up the uniform a little bit here and there. The problem is
ever walk into Fed's office and see the white helmet he had in there, the kind of the prototype?
I try to stay out of the Fed's office all the time. I can't. No, I never did. No,
he had a pretty slick mock-up for what a white helmet would look like, though.
Shit. Well, maybe eventually they'll get that done. I know this. Greg doesn't make those decisions, but he probably does get a lot of emails or people that reach out to him and say like, hey, we should do this, thinking that he has the power simply as the equipment guy to make that happen. And he doesn't. And so that's probably like the generic answer of like, yeah, it's probably not in the budget. But I would like to see the script. Would it go on a white helmet? Probably don't want to do the all yellows with it, like the basketball team does.
I'll tell you what,
No.
man, the all white with the white helmet looks pretty cool.
I think all white with white helmet looks slick.
Yeah.
But I think for the script, I think that'd be a good blackout game with just script and gold.
Yellow script,
Yeah.
gold script. That would be lit. That would be lit. Make the numbers kind of match a little bit. Ooh,
Yeah, exactly.
that'd be tight. Hey, maybe if the three of us donate enough money back to the Iowa one day, we can buy all the guys' helmets, huh? Fucking A. Let's go to some questions from the Discord that a couple have piled up. Someone wanted to know, this was sort of back when it was relevant because Iowa basketball was going on. Who was Iowa football's Austin Ash? Did we have one of those? Like just
Basically, meaning like the person that got to go and play when the game was
garbage time, but was the
Garbage
absolute
time.
hype man 100% of the time.
Huh.
Did we have one of those in our 5 years? I'm trying to think. It's less likely to have one in football because it's not the hype man doesn't have as much sort of. They're not. I will say this: the white guy on the end of the basketball bench has a special place in college basketball. It really does. And Austin Ash filled that role better than anybody could.
Dude, it was lit when he got in. Like, he would nail some threes.
He also is a sniper.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was awesome. It was like absolutely electric fact.
Skinny fucker can absolutely mow it down. I mean, just an absolute rainmaker. But I don't know, man. Football.
I don't know, because like it's just in football, if it's ever to that point, it's generally the seniors get their time,
Right.
if they're not a starter. Otherwise, it's just the twos.
I mean, we had some people that got pretty hype, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a little different. It's just different in football. Definitely plenty of guys though that like stuck around, like Jake Hewlett, fucking stuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Got
I
a
mean,
little,
he played punts. Like
he was in on punt team. Got a
Right.
few reps here and there on the D line.
I'd think of someone like Gaffey, like
Gaffey.
scout team player his entire career, and I think he got in versus the Ohio State game.
I think he did too. And now he's
how crazy is that? We have Dan Gaffey out there versus Ohio State,
and now he's cuffing people all over the Iowa City area.
Which is insane to me because his career started with him getting handcuffed.
With a Paula in Kinnick Stadium.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's probably violating HIPAA laws.
Not what HIPAA means, but all right.
Or something. That's probably, yeah. Hey, it's a story as old as time. Young guy, he's a little undisciplined, makes some bad choices. You come back around and now he's tightened it up and he's wearing the blue, Good for him.
Who else is a cop around here? Is Eric Grimm.
Eric Grimm. I saw him on,
I forget which force he's on, but he's around here. He's a cop too.
I think he's a state trooper.
Is he?
I think so.
Oh, good for him.
Also, not exactly the guy that you would have thought would be wearing the uniform early on in his career. Not going to go into details, but my guy Eric, he liked to have a good time. What's the best and worst part of each phase of the year, right? So I think we just went over spring ball. What's the best and worst part of the first 8 weeks of the year before spring ball?
What's the best part about spring ball? There is not one.
No. The 8 weeks before spring ball. What's the best part?
Getting strong.
Yeah.
Not playing football, having just gone through a long ass season of practicing and hitting yourself over and over again.
True.
You just get to lift weights and go home.
You feel like just like you're an athlete without actually having to hit people. That's a good point.
100%. The workouts are probably the funnest of the year. And you just came off a very, very long season where you're practicing all the time. So now you just lift in the morning and then
and you're just
like, you get done with class and like, I have so much free time.
You're just a student, man. It's the craziest
thing to be a student. Oh my God.
You come home and you're like, it's 3:45 and I get to just watch Game of Thrones all night? What? Now the worst part, and this is stipulated towards the freshmen, is getting to those workouts at 5:30 in the morning
when it's freezing fucking cold.
when it's 14 degrees and windy as fuck.
When you're either A, walking over from Hillcrest, which is now Peterson.
Yeah.
That's where the freshmen
or if you could maybe get to the moped, get it to start.
Or even, dude, being an upperclassman, if you didn't have a parking spot, you still had to ride that moped.
Not great. Not great.
I'll wake you up in the morning when it's
Tell you what.
Wind chill is 5 degrees.
There's nothing like going headstrong into a little wind with no gloves on the moped and it's freezing temps out, right?
I remember one time it was really cold, like moped barely starting cold.
No.
And really windy. And we're going down that hill. I forget what street it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Where
go up Benton Street, take a right.
Greenwood,
something like that. Yeah. And I'm squinting because
oh no,
really cold air and my tears freeze on my face.
Froze on your face, dude?
Freeze on my face. Yeah.
Oh no. It was like the night walkers walked by.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
that's definitely the worst part.
So that's that. Spring ball we went over last episode. The best part is probably
when it's over.
The last day, the celebration on the last night.
Going out after the spring
game. Going out after the last spring practice.
We started a little tradition. I wonder if they're still doing it, but doing a little crawfish boil.
Crawfish boil.
Yep. They're not doing it anymore from what I understand.
Oh, that's a damn shame.
That is a shame. Worst
part, dude, when Coach Ferentz called it up at the end of the spring game, you're like, is this real? Is this feeling possible? How can I possibly feel this much ecstasy?
Yeah, that's a good feeling because you get to go out that night. Everybody's just ready to let loose. And the next 3 weeks are the easiest 3 weeks on the body all year. Easiest 3 weeks on the body all year. You have 2 lifts each week. They're at your.
No, they pumped it up to at least 3.
Was it 3?
At least.
But you had
they might have made us come 4 days or 5 days until finals week. And then they made finals week.
Okay.
2.
But you had optional lifting times. You could
but you still had to show up to 3 or else don't think about showing up after summer break.
Hey, coach, I'm back. But you got to choose, and they were super light lifts. They might have lasted an hour. The warm-ups were like low key as fuck. I remember DeMarco. Everybody was like a little bit more lax. It was good. Good times.
Dude, getting back into those speed warm-ups after you haven't done them is like going to boot camp.
Not great. Heart rate's high, especially for fat boys. I wouldn't even call that 3 weeks necessarily a phase. It's more of a transitional period. And then you go into summer. Best part of summer is no class, right? You're just an athlete. You're living a professional. You're a professional. You get to live like a professional athlete. You get to train. Training's tough, right? I'd say worst part is almost dying. But best part is that you don't have to worry about doing any math or science.
Worst part of any summer was Doyle's inside and in front drill.
Ooh.
Nothing was worse than Doyle's inside and in front drill because by God, let you be an upperclassman and have one bad day. Let you be extra tired. And hey, the semi group always had to be last.
Yep.
And at least when I was running.
Yep.
Semis were always last to Doyle's group. Mm-hmm. And it was right before you had to run stations or right before you had to run 60s. So not only are you tired from the warm up lift and all the conditioning you've already done, you're thinking about the 60s you got to do. And by God, don't let you slip on a rep in front of Doyle on that day. Cause God damn it, your head is coming off.
Dude, the anxiety is through the roof. You're going so hard because if someone does get
You are
out,
so tired.
if someone does get outside of you, well, guess what? Your ass is grass, as they say. You're fucked. You are now the target of the next 5 minutes of absolute beratement. Is that a word? Berating? You're fucked. Hey, guess what? You're as good as shit now. And everybody
But you
else,
got to be one of the guys who's expected not to fuck up.
right. Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Because if one of the guys who's just kind of like down the lineup a touch screws up, he's just like, listen, you got to get better. This is why you're
Yeah.
bottom.
Yep.
But that's it. You know
But
what I'm saying?
if Ben Neiman lets someone outside him, it's over.
Now, I don't know, because I feel like he was a little bit light on Ben.
He
If
was
Bo lets somebody outside, or if I let somebody outside, oh, top's coming off.
Oh.
Two people he absolutely loved to scream at.
Yeah.
Me and Bo.
I will say this. I think for the specialists, he was a little he had a softer spot in his heart there too. He understood the situation. It's like, hey, these guys have done 45 minutes of speed warm up. All right. They just lifted heavy. All right. They're trying to save a little bit of juice for them goddamn 60s that are coming up in about 3 minutes, huh? So, hey, you know what? If Kluver lets one of the fucking real athletes outside him for a second, hey, we'll give it to him. Huh? We'll fucking give it to him. But I did my damnedest to complete that drill. Those 4 stations, if I remember right, were the sled with everything was with a weight vest.
Everything.
You push the sled up and down on the side of the building. You rotated clockwise to the bags, foot drills with the bags. Then you rotated to, was it with the ball?
Bungee cord
Yeah. Bungee cord 45 cuts. And then to
and then
Doyle's.
Doyle's drill.
Oh, dear God. Dear God. That'll make me throw up right now thinking about it. Hey, and then guess what? On the line. 11, 12, 13. Those are your times. Hand on the line.
Semi.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Someone screaming semi with a whistle after it. Hey, put me in the ground.
Semis.
Or how about this? The anticipation of on a game simulator, everybody just going, hey, is this going to be this is going to be the sudden change right here. Hey, everybody get ready. Get ready. This is a sudden change. And then it doesn't come and you're like, fuck, oh God, we got 2 cut 85s in a row.
The thing that pissed me off about the game simulators, the only thing that pissed me off is that they didn't flip the field and let us run the long way.
So stupid.
Because the between the lines is 53 and a third. And we had extra grass outside the lines, which means we had enough room to make the 55 and we had turf to run on past. Like, we needed more room to cut than just that 53 and a third.
Or just let us go and leak onto the second field a little bit. Like that would have done it. But yeah, they seem to like to pack us in there like hogs, and you're turning and you're
because it creates that anxiety that they're looking for. Yeah. They wanted that to be anxiety ridden because it was a game simulator.
True.
And it really did cause anxiety to try and get a good spot on the line and get somewhere where you know you're going to be able to make clean turns. And they brought the anxiety.
And in that case, you actually get penalized for being first to the line, because as you are down, turning, touching the line, the guy in front of you is coming in at that point and you're dragging your nose on his butthole, dude. Every one of us in here has gotten a little face of ass on a cut, and that's not good. That'll slow you down, especially if it's like Ike's ass or something like that. I guess Ike wouldn't be running with us. If it's Mander's ass. Butt meat, dude. That's his literal slogan now. Butt meat. So those are probably, that's that. During the season, the best I mean, the best
Playing games, dude.
playing games.
Walking out of the tunnel
Yeah, the
and
tunnel.
seeing the actual vibration from the sound waves of the people.
Yeah. The worst part about the season is
Literally
Sunday
having no
morning?
time, whatsoever.
any other time other than games. Is that what you
No, I
said?
mean, no, just the fact that you have zero free time.
Oh yeah, the lack of the schedule's insane.
Yeah.
You're If you have
But nothing's worse than a Sunday morning after a loss.
oh yeah, if you
Correct.
lose,
So listen to this, dude. Sunday morning piss test when you're just coming up off Percocet. You just lose, come out of a perk coma, and you got a piss test.
that's tough. Haven't been there, but that's tough. I'll tell you this. If you could somehow point a speed gun, but it measured depression levels, right? And it shot back a number of
We'd be throwing 103.
it would be Brody Brecht on that bitch, because on a Sunday morning after a loss, there are real levels of depression and anxiety going around that building from everybody. Everybody.
Yeah,
It feels like you just watched your grandmother get shot in the chest.
It's probably more cheery in a mental institution than it is at the Hanson.
I can actually confirm 100% from being present to watch schizophrenics play kickball that it is significantly more cheery in a mental.
I'm fucking dead.
It is significantly more cheery inside the walls of Vanderbilt Mental Hospital than it is anywhere near the Iowa football complex after a loss.
I can see Drake. They're like picking teams, like back in fucking middle school. We'll take that guy with the long hair.
No, but there's this one guy, dude. I got to tell you about this one guy. I don't know his name, so it stays anonymous. Imagine how Eminem dressed in the summer when he was, hi, my name is what? My name is who?
Yeah, he's
That Eminem, how he dressed in the summer in the trailer park. That's what this guy's dressed like. Big ass shit kicking boots, untied, just clomping around with his like long shorts and a baggy cutoff.
Oh God.
But he had multiple personalities. So he was rapping and then singing his two personalities, dude. And you could see, because his one personality that was rapping was like out, and then he would like kind of come back down, and it was wild to witness, man.
Made some friends, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of mental health, I mean, this is a good segue. We did get there's been a
hey, that joke hit though, huh?
that was good. Yeah. We had
I was gonna get some comments.
We had a couple people go back through and start listening on episode 1.
I wish they didn't.
And this girl, Allison specifically, I won't give a last name again for anonymity. Allison started back, I think, in the middle of last season and has been listening from episode 1. She's just gotten through this past week. I think she's around 200. And by the way, do the math on that. That's like 2 episodes a day for the last like 3 or so months.
Shout out to Allison for still consuming our content after hearing what it sounded like at first.
She got to the episode, Drake, where I interviewed you.
Oh wow.
And said talked about depression and mental health. All of that resonated and hit home. Tyler, you were correct in your description of what depression feels like, etc., because of what it has felt like for me. I'm in the middle of 187 with Brandon Bishop now. My heart's is aching for him. Drake, I was crying too after hearing Brandon's story about how KF was with him when and after he had to take a semester off from football. And she says that she basically ends it with like, you guys are doing amazing work. I love you guys. And
we love you too.
And I just got my HBAM shirt delivered on Monday. This was last week. So Man, what a fucking trooper. Shout out to Allison. She's got still a little
What a
over.
ride this podcast has been just because of the people that we've interacted with.
Yeah, true. Truth. So nice little segue there. Last question is, how difficult would it be to travel west and play a 7:30 kickoff game, which would end up being like 9:30 here?
Oh, that sounds horrible.
I don't know if we would even sign up for that. Like, I don't know if we would schedule one of those. You think they would do that? I mean, maybe.
I mean, maybe because of what they talked about, this alliance with the ACC and Pac-12, right?
I don't even know if who knows what that even means.
Can you imagine going East Coast to West Coast and playing a night game? That'd be even worse.
Like, what if Boston College?
ACC.
Yeah, what if Clemson had to go out to USC?
Boston College has to make the 6-hour flight to go back 3 time zones to start the game at 10:30. I mean, they're dead meat before it even starts.
It's so
You can chalk that one up before it kicks off.
you're so
These
fucked.
dudes are asleep at the locker room at halftime.
Yeah.
Game ends at 2 a.m.
That's impossible, dude. You'd almost have to like extend the trip, like go on Thursday. Like,
Yeah, probably. Honestly, like
to try.
That jet lag is going to kill you if you typically leave noon on a Friday, right?
Yeah.
You're getting into town at LAX at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Western
3
time,
p.m.
right?
3 p.m. there.
3 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to fuck.
You're fucked, dude. There's no way you're playing good after that.
Because you're gonna try and go to sleep at 7 p.m. Western time.
Yep.
I mean, maybe you could catch a lot of sleep that night.
Just
Nope. You know what you got to do is, so you know how
Percocet.
night games, we would plan on just
Percocet.
doing a movie Friday night and doing all of our meetings Saturday during the day. I think
Yeah,
if your
Do that
coaching staff-
Thursday. Do all our meetings Friday.
No, so what if you do go on Friday? What you'd have to do is keep all your meetings on Friday so they can just nap during the day.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You have to tell them like, hey guys, you need to take a fat nap around noon today.
2+ hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least. Man. I mean, and like, like the dogs we were, I'm not gonna say I was gonna say slave. I was gonna say slaves to the NCAA. I wouldn't go that far. But like we would have gone and done it. Like we would have gone and like there might have
Of course
been
we would have, dude. If they'd have put USC on our schedule and we got to play in the Coliseum, I would have been hyped.
Yeah, take me to Autzen Stadium for an Oregon at 7 p.m.
Hell yeah. At sundown.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, I'm signing
I'm
up.
signing up.
I'm tired of shit. I'm eating all the Gatorade chews for a quick sugar high at halftime.
The coaches would have been pissed because I'd have had their pot of coffee emptied and they'd have been like,
Yeah.
where's our goddamn coffee?
Yeah.
And I'd have been like,
Dude, talk about coffee. We've seen KF walk into a meeting with double Starbucks before. He might be tripling. So I don't know.
And can you imagine if you leave after the game? What time you're getting home
Oh.
at like 5 a.m.
Might as well
sunrise.
chalk it up to you're not sleeping that night. Shakeout is a fucking. It looks like The Walking Dead, and you better hope that you don't have like a test on Monday. Like
Hey, text Searles. He wants your number.
mine.
Yeah.
He was trying to like add me on Peloton because I got on Peloton today. Which, by the way, I thought I had fucking rhabdo mid ride. I was pushing myself to the limit, dude. And I still was. And Casper hit me up too. Casper's like, yo.
Oh.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to get fucking like Casper's gonna beat me up on the Peloton like all of Will's homies beat up on Jada. Like that's
Oh my goodness.
like that's how bad of a fucking that's what I'm in for. But I added
Isn't he like he ridden the equivalent of Arizona to Iowa and back like 3 times?
dude, I just looked at his so when you're writing
His Peloton stats are, and no, but let me tell you this about Casper. He does his Pelotons after he does his workouts, dude.
Yep.
And his workout put me in a coffin.
yeah, he
puts fit people in coffins and then puts all the Peloton riders who are fresh in coffins.
Yeah.
That guy's a different mutant. Okay, continue.
He just said, he said, I get in 100+ miles a week. This is a conversation we're having literally an hour ago. He goes, I get in 100+ miles a week. This is week 70 in a row for me. I track everything on Strava. Shit's fun to do when you do it that way. I said, bro, you're different, because I'm just trying to do some zone 2 rides a little bit. And he goes, I hear you. I love the competition on it though. Shit's tough. My everyday routine is Peloton, sleds, workout, full body. That's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
He's got 3 different workouts. I looked at his Peloton rides. He usually goes for like 20 minutes. Sometimes he goes a little longer. So it's not like a full like 45 or hour.
Yeah, but how many miles is he getting in that time?
He's absolutely smoking. On the profile, he added me. I got the email. So I clicked into it. His all-time best was a 45-minute ride. He went for like, he got 26th out of 70,000 people in this ride.
And you got to imagine there's professional cyclists riding Peloton.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the pictures of his calves look alien on?
It is like insane.
I got to answer this.
Absolutely insane how shredded this man is. And he's what? 40 something?
5?
Yeah.
How Kevin Casper. I love doing this because if I don't say anything, the silences just get taken out. It's fucking amazing. Born in 77, so he's 44.
Yeah, 44, 45.
December 23rd, so he's 44.
Yeah.
And the man's probably got a VO2 somewhere in like the 60s or 70s.
And a body fat percentage sub 5.
And it just at all times. He said, so I know you guys have seen that knees over toes guy. He was on Rogan. All his shit's been going around lately. He said that he and Kyler have been doing knees over toes, sled drags, sled pushes for like 15 years. And he thinks that's a big reason why they can both jump so high. So I'm buying a fucking sled tomorrow. Cause
not like, is it like a prowler or like a sled, just the one that you hook up to?
I don't know. Drake's worked out with him. Once he's off this phone call, we can ask. I think it's like the double-sided prowler where you can take the posts out and put them in the other side, but he just hooks up a rope to like a hip harness and just drag
go around. Yeah.
I'm curious because obviously with my knee stuff, I'm always looking for stuff to strengthen the knees. So we'll see. That was it for the questions. Actually, we're putting together a nice little episode here.
Gotta love when we're always surprised by our ability to put out content.
Hey, we're putting together.
Holy shit, we're still going all right.
All right, we can keep talking on the microphone, okay? Right, it's what we do.
Sorry, boys, that was about selling my house, so I actually had to answer that one.
All right, we get it. Drug dealer. Anyway, Drake, what kind of sled does he have? A prowler sled, or does he have like
a normal prowler, dude? And listen, he doesn't fill it up too heavy, but he moves it unbelievably fast with asinine amounts of repetition, and you have to run in between.
Yeah. He said that him and Kyler have been doing it. Kyler's been doing it since he was 6, and he's been doing it for almost a decade and a half, like 15 years. And he thinks
Kyler makes a basketball hoop look like it's about 6 feet.
Like it's a kiddie hoop, dude.
Yeah.
He's Kyler got into high jump this year in track.
Oh, he's gonna crush it.
High jumped 6'6".
He's already jumping 6'6".
He jumped 6'6" the other day. It was his 3rd meet ever. He's been jumping. The only shit he's
for
done
2 months.
Yeah, he's had the preseason and 3 meets, and he's at.
I mean, so that's just all talent and raw ability. That's no technique whatsoever.
The ground is a trampoline for that family. It just is how it is.
Yeah, technique. You learn it well. He could add another foot.
His daughter's a stud in soccer. I'm pretty sure. All right. The last thing, let's see. We talked about the helmet and budget costs, cutting back in the Iowa budget. Not going to be able to eat any more Hy-Vee sandwiches in the morning. No muffins. The biggest, yeah. Okay, so I love. Do I want to get into that? Let's just talk about this. Keegan officially going to the NBA.
Probably a smart choice.
It was a pleasure.
Good for him.
Keegan. Yeah, it was a pleasure, Keegan. You're gonna go make 8 figures. Unbelievable. Great for you. Toussaint and Ogundele, who's the young big man, both transferring.
Feels bad. Both of them are good defenders, man.
Yeah. And Ogundele, I don't know why, right? I don't know what his reason is, but like Rebracha's got one more year. Like if that dude puts in the work and grinds it out, he could be the guy. Like for 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Like, I don't know. Seemed like there was a spot for him. Toussaint, Perkins came on heavy in the end of the season. Maybe he wants to handle the ball more. I don't know what he wants, but he's transferring. And tough to lose them both and tough to lose Keegan, but it is what it is. That's a transfer portal nowadays, boys.
So who do we all got coming back next year now?
Patrick
Chris Murray, Patrick McCaffrey. Does Connor get another year?
The other Murray.
I think Connor's coming back.
Okay.
So Connor, Chris, Rebracha, Pat, Perkins. What's the kid's name? Sanford. Sanford's going to play a big role. I think he's going to have a Wheezy year, like a second, like when Wheezy broke out in year 2. I think he's going to have a similar year. I don't know if he's got the spring and the athletic ability of Wheezy, but and now
I hope he learns to shoot it a little more consistently, because some days he can be extremely hot, but some days he's a little bit shoddy.
That's true. I mean, that's going to come with more year. He's going to put in 100,000 shots in this offseason, so probably good there. But yeah, that's the news on the basketball team. Rebuild, reload, whatever it may be. I think Chris has a chance. People are, if you look at John Miller and the stats he's posted online, some of the other writers, Chris has a chance to be kind of what Keegan was this year if he wants to go take that. So I think we'll be in good hands. I think the last thing I wanted to talk about was I saw another screenshot of Deshaun Watson's contract with the Brownies, and dude's getting like 46 mil a year. And also,
that's what it is to be a quarterback in this day and age with the salary cap.
Even if you're getting hand jobs from all the masseuses?
Here's the thing, dude. All of those got dropped.
But did he do it though?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Browns don't care who he's getting hand jobs from if he's putting up the numbers at quarterback that he was putting up in Houston.
That's true.
I mean, that's the NFL. Business is business. It's strictly financial. And if he's winning football games and putting up 4,500 yards with less than 10 interceptions, the Browns don't care who's touching his PP.
What line is that? What song is that from you just dropped? Business is business. It's strictly financial.
I don't remember.
That's a fucking great poll. Yeah, man. I think he's getting tugged off. I think he's having girls.
It's okay. Guess what? It's okay.
Yeah, dude. And
you want to know, every one of the women who have touched him have wanted to.
Yeah,
facts.
I think they probably
that is Deshaun Watson. He's kind of good looking, dude.
And it's probably the most they gotten paid to do a massage in their life. So I'd love to know the details of that. I saw the deposition video today, and my man's is like, the guy asked, what the guy goes, were you attracted to any of them? And he goes, that wasn't my intention, sir. I have a girlfriend. That wasn't my intention. He's so stone cold, like just sitting there like, bro, they tugged me off. So what? 46 mil, I don't know. Interesting situation there. What if he just goes off in Cleveland,
I expect him to.
You're a Browns guy.
I'm a big Browns guy.
Why?
Just from a back to my roots standpoint. That's it.
All right.
Pops is from Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
I grew up wearing Cleveland gear, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what? For your sake, I hope you can help him, turn it around a little bit.
Dude, this is how much of a Browns guy I am. I had a Tim Couch jersey.
You had a Tim Couch jersey? That's you're a brownie, dude. You're a fucking pot brownie, is what you are.
Call me what you call me.
Yeah. I want to wrap this up. I wanted to get the last word from Kevin, but I think he might have got called away to dinner early. Someone, hey, Kev, your ribeye's done. Your ribeye's waiting for you. We'll wrap it up here. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Pretty decent little episode. Couple good one-liners in there. Hope you enjoyed it.
Dude.
The dodgeball has me rolling. I'm gonna be
dude. When I watched you and Kevin going back and forth laughing, I couldn't even finish my sentence. Dude. I don't know if you heard or if you were just laughing. Wait till you edit that. Wait till you edit that and hear me try and finish my sentence.
I don't even remember what was said. That was unbelievable. I hope that the listeners. The thing is, it's not as funny as the listeners because they don't know the whole background. But fuck, man.
I gave them a pretty good snippet.
They'll put it together. That's
if you can't add 2 and 2 and find somewhere between 4 and 5, then
4 and 5. Yeah. Hey, and when you do add up those numbers, make sure to donate them to the University of Iowa. So a university athlete.
No, please just donate them to us so that we can give them to the children.
Use it for a fucking Patreon subscription so that you can get DHT. Sometimes it's DHW. And there's
today's episode was Fuego.
Yeah, it was Fuego. And everybody who's been signed up for a year or pre-signed up for a year on the annual is going to soon be getting a little bit of a care package from the walk-ons with some loyalty items. So think about that. Donation to the kids, extra episode, and some loyalty items. Oh shit. Walk-ons providing for the people.
Oh
shit. That's 305. Mr. 305. Pitbull is going to be on the YouTube thumbnail. I already.
Wait, you got to fucking intro 305?
Sure did.
Oh, run the tape.
And that's it, boys and girls. We've pissed Drake off to end the episode. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back for 306. Until then, peace.